Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, where we got some people listening live for the first time, and that's going to be some awesome sauce. I am the Rock Out of Podcasting, Charles McFall, and along with me today is a man I might have to excommunicate from the show, Joe_Ard.
Excommunicate me from the show.
Oh, that's part of my experiences with our friends.
You
It's getting dark out here.
you false prophet.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You want me to start with my experiences of the week?
Sure, go for it.
Well, I am not wearing the Snorlax onesie today, mainly because my arm is. I'm gonna hold it up for the live camera. My arm is in a sling right now, and that.
Yeah, he has a softball-sized welt near his elbow. Not good. Not good at all.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's kind of rough, but it's okay. This should be the one I'm looking for. Take me to church. Oh, my brothers and sisters of the Poke Church. I'm here to beseech you for some healings. I was sitting there minding my own business, walking on the sidewalk, when lo and behold, a Weedle grabbed me and slammed me into the ground. And when I slammed into the ground, I almost broke my arm. And while I was sitting there crying for my mama and sucking my thumb and praying to the good Lord Arceus, save me, Arceus, save me, I realized this was a sign that Brother Joe is taking us all down with him. Because he refuses to open up his gifts from Brother Phil. And because of that refusal and the breaking of this family, I now have a breaking of my arm. So Joseph, if you do not repent from your ways, sir, I will have to excommunicate you from this church, because I cannot stand to lose my other arm. Take me to church. And that's my experience this week. I got thrown on the ground. I didn't actually break it, but yeah, my arm's out of commission. It's not good. And Joe, you need to open some gifts, man. I cannot have Phil be sending his little bugs after me to hurt me to get you to open gifts.
We're literally 2 days away from best friends. We're gonna be best friends by next week.
I think I don't know, Phil. I don't know. I think Barry's gonna beat Joe to it. That's all I can say. Hey, I did get a whole bunch of Celix mega candies because I finished catching a different Pokemon. You know, one of the easiest things to complete, just catch 7 Pokemon and you got a candy. I did finish that. Paul Puck I got in some raids with Paul Puck. Yeah, man. It's been a weird day. And I got into a raid after I fell, so I'm like one-handed doing this. You should have an EMT look at that. Yes, there was actually I have had some of my EMT friends look at it. I did go to the hospital. So it's interesting, being that I'm a paramedic, we tend to self-diagnose. And so while I absolutely tripped over this trip hazard on the sidewalk that I didn't notice and went down, I hit my head. You can't really see it on the camera, but I did kind of hit my head. It's still sore right here on the sidewalk. I was more worried about that, right? Possible brain injuries and those kind of things. My arm hurt, so I checked it out. It looked fine. There was a bump. Like it was like, all right, that's gonna be something that goes away in a day or two. And I went on about my business for the next 2 hours. And by that time, it got so painful I couldn't move it. And it legit went from where there's this, you can kind of see on the camera, there's this bump right here, almost to my wrist. Just as everybody's like, that's broken. Not blatantly. So there's hello, Tasteful Party, for chatting for the first time. Joe, what's your experience has been this week?
It has been a pretty good week. Let me take a look at it. I was hoping I didn't end up going to church this week, so I didn't get to trade a Drudagon, or no, not a Drudagon, a Tortuga with the boy at church, but that's all right. We've got a sick kid at home, so we decided to stay home rather than spread it. So there was the Spheal Community Day. I
caught all 6 of them. Not one was a shiny. I was done after that.
Okay.
So be gone, you false steal.
So I got 7 shinies from that. I also got in on a Genesect Shock Drive raid. Um, and I got in on a couple of Drudagon raids. I caught myself a Helioptile, so
I just
that
got a
was nice.
Helioptile just now. Yeah,
There you go. So grab myself one of those. All in all, it's been a pretty good week. A pretty good week.
nice.
So why don't we go ahead and check on the weeks of those in our Discord? Let's see. Today is the 20th, so back up to the 13th. We got Mr. Tambourine, who is here live with us. Got themselves a which I feel like we mentioned this last time, but maybe it's just me thinking about it. A Melmetal we've got here,
Low
evolved.
metal.
Yeah, swole metal. And then a shiny red-eyed Aron. And then we've got King of the Shinies. I always have to click on it, Nolte, to remember who that was. Yeah, Miss Tambourine says that was last week. I was remembering that, especially
13th is when we actually did our show, I think.
yeah, especially when I look at the best buddy badge on there, because if I remember correctly, it says
Oh, that's what you don't have with Phil. Yeah, got it.
yeah, so Nolte with some brand new shinies. Although this feels like it's from last week somewhat as well, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep plowing on. A couple of shiny Heatran, a shiny Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Slugma, Machop, Clink, and an Alolan Meowth. And then we've got Kittens and High Fives with a shiny Poliwag. I'm assuming you caught it. It's pretty low CP and you used a golden raspberry on it, so we'll make assumptions. Uh,
We'll make some assumptions around you.
and then a shiny water cast form. Or no, sorry, the ice cast form, snowy cast form. Um,
Yeah, how did you do with the whole snowstorm on Monday?
um, I mean, I survived. Let's see. I'm gonna go into photos. We'll see. Bloop. And where is it? Yep. There we go. Boom. Oh, we can't even see it on the screen. There we go.
Yeah, what it was there for a second.
That's not the one I even wanted.
That 4 inches, 5? I can't tell from the angle.
No, this is an old picture. Basically, there was nothing. There
Oh,
was
2017.
yeah.
Man,
No,
why do you pull?
I had saved a different photo and I guess it's not there. Basically, it was a little dusting. I mean, we got maybe an inch or two total, maybe. The kids had fun. It was wet snow, so it was all slush. They had a little less fun when they started throwing snowballs at each other, and they weren't actually snowballs, but slush balls and ice balls.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a little bit of snow. So we got Mac here with Mac caught 3,691 Meltans before getting a hundo.
That's a lot.
So yeah, that's a few Meltans. That's some determination. We got Posty One Kenobi showing off their shinies from this past week. They ended up with 27 shinies. I'm gonna assume that
Nolte, you're getting a run for your money here.
I'm gonna assume that most of the ones not displayed are Spheals. So that would be 25 Spheals, a shiny Shadow Gligar, and a Great Ball Voltorb. And I guess my assumption wasn't quite right because I see, well, the Walrein was a Spheal, and then a Heatran, and um, I don't know if that's the same because the count is the same. I don't know if that's the same shiny Gligar, the Shadow Gligar that just evolved into into a shiny Shadow Gliscor, or if it's a separate one. Nolte said not a very shiny week. Only got shinies on Community Day. Ended up with 21 shinies. And then Devocite coming in big with 100% shock drive Genesect.
I didn't even check my Genesects. I did two of those raids. I didn't
Yeah.
even think they weren't shiny, so I didn't think to check them. Let's see, praise. Nope, not a hundo. Let's go on to the next one. I think I got two. Yeah, here's the other one. Oh, you're getting a Helioptile. Not a hundo on that either, although it's decent. It's got 3 stars. It's 13, 15, 12, I think is what that Genesect is. So, but yeah, it's been all right. While you do that, I'll pop over here and go back through. Oh, that was it. That was the last post, was it?
Yes. Yes, it was.
All right. Um, we had a question from last week, based off of the fact that apparently Joe is not ever gonna finish becoming best buds there with Philip. It is: are you a bad friend if you don't open or send gifts? This is off of Spotify. If you listen through Spotify, you can actually interact right there in the app with the questions and answer them yourself. I love it. It makes it easy. It's fun. And this one says only if you're a bad friend, but nah, I go on and off gift opening and sending streaks. So if I do it, it's okay. Adios, El Gringo Suave. I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm a bad friend in the game. Because I don't think I've opened or sent gifts in months, and I'm sending some now. Not to Phil, screw Phil, but I'm sending them to other people for sure right now. So
Well, there you go. And then
yeah,
over on the Reddit, that's reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast, we've got Rye H1986 says, I don't think it makes you a bad friend. I quite often forget to open gifts until I'm low on balls.
yeah, that's fair.
Yep, that is fair. And then we've got Mac825.
Max back.
Mac is back. My opinion on friendship is that it is all what you put into it. What I mean is we don't all play the game the same, so sending and receiving gifts might not be your thing. You may be more of a friend for raid support or just have 400 people you do nothing with. With that being said, I don't keep friends who only open or only send. I want all friendship to be a two-way street. Talking about friendships, I also don't understand people who are level 50 and still try to squeeze lower level trainers for that last gift for the final friendship XP bonus. Let it go.
There you
Thanks
go.
thanks for the show.
Uh, uh, not wrong. Not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
Man. All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so we're gonna take a quick break here. And next offering plate. Hey, you know what though? Real quick, if you want to support the show, we'd love to have you. Patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast is where you can pledge your love and support, and we can get that massive, super expensive Pokemon toilet set. That's like a $28 set on Amazon. That's our goal. I'm not going to go plated. I'm not Jimmy Swaggart here. I just want my Pokemon Pokemon toilet set. So yeah, if you want to help us with that, patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. We'll be back in a second.
So, if it's a Pokeball toilet, does that mean it's catching your poop?
Now you're you know what it's not like that. It's catching the grimers, the mucks. Oh,
Oh,
you're wrong, Joe.
your bathroom's a Grimer factory.
Cheers. Oh, I don't know if you've seen my avatar lately. I just went as crazy as I could with it because I'm tired of them not offering me things in the avatar shop that I actually care about. Uh, so I actually got Style Savant the other day with it with one of my battles. So Paul Puck, I did a battle with him, and then he immediately invited me to another one, but I guess the signal was bad because I mean, it's showing that weak signal thing up in the top corner that it does, and then there was nobody with that group code. Is what ended up happening.
That is
I think it went with
that is
him.
quite the style.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna go, if you're not gonna give me something that actually looks like me, I might as well just have fun with it. The Diwali shirt, the purple Diwali shirt. Uh, we got a mask on,
I mean,
glasses.
all we got to do is switch your buddy to Hippie Eevee, and
Oh, see, you know,
it would pair real well.
or something. You know what it is, Joe, is people actually once you interview for these jobs, they go and listen to the show and see how mean you are to me. And like, no, we can't hire
He's an
that guy.
HR risk.
He's an
We can't do
HR risk.
that.
He's gonna tell somebody to get a dirty hippie Eevee, and we're gonna have to fire him because nobody deserves to be told they should have a dirty hippie Eevee. That's just unjust and uncalled for. All right. Finishing up this quick battle with the Team Rocket.
All
I
right.
took all water
Are you gonna
Pokemon.
win?
But I still won.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you still won.
All right, let me
You
throw marker in. Nope. All right, we are back in here, and I know we got a voicemail from Devocite here later to play, but first, how about some of those headlines, man? We got a bunch of things going on. Okay, so we're talking about this using voice commands to catch Pokemon. Have you tried to set this up at all, Joe?
No.
Okay, I saw on TikTok about like scrolling through TikTok with your voice. So you can have TikTok has free, and it's the same basic principle. It's okay. I haven't tried it on Pokemon Go. And this guy keeps it clean, so I am going to just open up his audio and play it through and
Settings,
let them.
then
Hold on, here we go.
to go into settings, then accessibility,
This is on. I don't know if it works on Android. This is specifically on an iPhone. Settings, accessibility.
then down to voice control, and you're going to want to turn it on. Then go custom commands, custom, create new command. Just name it whatever you want. I name this one throw. Then actions, run, and then you're going to draw your gesture, save it, and then you go back, and then select application, go down to Pokemon Go. Once you select that, then you can save it, and then you're all set.
And now he's going
So
to
then
show
you
us
open
how
up
it
the
works.
application, select the ball you want to use, and say your command. Throw.
And it takes a second to do it. And then he caught this Chimchar. So I did it for TikTok, and it didn't go as great as I wanted it to.
There's a bit too much of a delay, at least from the video that I saw, for me to be really interested in it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you unless you just somehow manage to make that as consistent. I guess it'll always do the exact same spin and throw every single time. But like his, it kind of went off to the left of Chimchar. He didn't get like a nice throw out of it. So, and of course, if they're further back or further up, I'm not entirely sure why you need to do this unless you're unable to actually physically spin and throw the ball. Then, if that's the case, paraplegic or for whatever reason, this is a way you can now get into Pokemon Go. You can program, but honestly, people who wanted to get into Pokemon Go who need that probably already knew about it before we did.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
that's
it is an
something.
accessibility feature, so that makes a lot of sense that that's would be the demographic that would be using it. So
Now, I can see you using it as a magic trick for your kids. You set it up like, watch, that is magic. You put it down, you go, hey, so, and without touching the ball, they see it go and they'll think you're magic. But other than that,
or just get it to do a bunch of other stuff. I mean, because you can set it app specific, so you set what you're doing on the phone, and so it's just recording the input, and you say what apps to use it with. And so
Yeah.
you could do all kinds of stuff with it. The possibilities are only limited by your imagination.
Yeah.
So
Currents is here. Hello, Currents, Civilian. We're Tigger. Coach Kev. We're Tigger says, my friend set one up for a curveball throw too. I mean, if you're really bad at curveballs and you can get somebody who's good at it to help set that up for you, that's something. My friend is a parent. They like being able to play with their other hand is occupied. Yeah, I get that. You know, when you're busy backhanding the kids, you know, you want to still be able to catch that Voltorb. So, uh, but yeah, it's a tip. It's out there. It's out there for you.
you could probably set one up to do the raids for you too. Click, 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 click.
Yeah, you probably could do repetitive action.
You just be like raid and walk away from your phone and let it do its thing.
Oh man, I wonder if it'd be fast enough. I might do that. If man, I wonder if I could trigger it to where the raid invite comes in, notifies my phone. Like even if I'm driving, right? My hands are on the wheel. All of a sudden, my phone gets the raid invite from somebody, and because I have the accessibility if and that stuff plugged in, I wonder if it would then open up the game, swap to that screen, open up the raid, and join it for me, and then tap 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 the whole time, and I would never have to touch it. That'd be interesting.
So
I don't think it's that complicated.
apparently you can set up stuff like this on Android as well, according to Civilian on Base.
Okay, I
Neither,
would think so, but
yeah, I would think so too. And if nothing else, Android has pretty much always been more customizable than iOS, so
that is
it
true.
doesn't surprise me at all. We don't know how to do that because you and I both have iOS, but yeah.
Yeah, that is also true. Um, you know, Coach Cav, the man who's got my back, uh, you know, love him to death. Says, "Did you know 4 out of 3 people struggle with math?" Oh, unlock the last part of the door as Helioptile makes its debut in the electrifying power plant event.
Yes.
This this looks like a Wish version of a Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. It just does. Looks a little off. From Wednesday, January 19th, which is yesterday as of this recording,
Mhm.
to Tuesday, February 1st, which was last year as of by the time you listen to this. I don't know. Season of Heritage Story continues, as we know. Spark is you get that final mechanism done, so on and so forth. Here's the Pokemons. We're gonna get Helioptile, which we did. I just got a few. I've got one. Heliolisk is the evolution. It has 50 candies and a sunstone to evolve. So not too much. Now here we go. We got Magnemite, Grimer, Voltorb, Electabuzz, Porygon, Trubbish are all coming to the wild, and all are shiny options. And then if you might encounter an Electrode or a Jolteon. I did actually hit a Jolteon. I thought that was interesting. Yesterday, maybe that the evolution was out there ready to go. So I did that. Then the 1-star raids, you got Poopachu, Beldum, Shinx, Blitzel, and Clink, all shiny options. 3 stars, you got Scyther, Typhlosion, Mawile, Druddigon. I'd love to do a Druddigon. Did I get a Judge Dread? Can't even
I
say
don't
it.
know if you don't. I've got a bunch of them now. I've been
I don't
doing,
want your stinking Druddigon. I want to find it myself. Well,
but
if I had one, I'd candied it. So I don't think I have a Drudge Jed. And then so Monday, as soon as that ends, so from Saturday the 15th to Monday, January 24th, that is 3-star raids of Scyther, Typhlosion, Mawile, and the Drudge. On Monday the 24th to Tuesday, February 1st, then you'll get Dugong, Piloswine, Monferno, and Drudge again. We got Shock Drive, Genesect going on right now until January 24th, and we get Reggie C coming in. I could use a shiny Reggie C. Regice. Reggie C? I don't know.
you call it whatever you want. I know what
I
you're talking
will.
about, and those that have been here for a while do as well. But yeah,
That's right.
and we do have an infographic here. That's the next source on our list here. And so after this power plant event. So on February 1st, then we're going to get a bad feeling. And we don't fully know what to expect other than Team Rocket. Lots and lots of Team Rocket, which also means, reminder to those that are waiting for a Team Rocket event, during this next part, the A Bad Feeling, starting on Monday the 24th, so this upcoming Monday, you can use charged TMs to get rid of frustration on your shadow Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, Misunderstood Mischief, I think, is my rocket thing that I'm on.
Okay.
I think that's one. They've had multiple ones, but you don't get one until you've done the next one or whatever. I'm on 5 out of 16. I guess I should evolve 3 Psychic to get on 6 out of 16 for 2022. New year, new me. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm assuming that we're gonna get a pretty good trivia here at the end of the show that will educate us on the Wish version of Pokemon.
I finally put 2 and 2 together. I'm sure plenty of our listeners were putting it together, but with you basically only having one arm right now, that iOS voice command could come in handy. I mean, let's just face it, you're just gonna turn on the gotcha and go. But
yeah, I mean,
that's hands free.
That's straight hands free, man. I dig it.
But yeah,
they're saying here. Oh, I went to the wrong tab. All right, Christmas concept. If I'm not mistaken, you put the same headline.
Yeah, I did put the same one twice. My bad.
Ooh, why don't they go with these concept arts?
I know, right?
I love this. So for those of you at home, sorry, that was just bad podcasting right there. It was so good. Is essentially when you look at the map, it has street posts, lamp posts with wreaths on it. Your gym has a wreath around it. It's snowing everywhere, and all the Pokestops are red for the holiday. I think that is very
red
cool.
With the white rings.
Yeah, with white rings around them.
And may I point out, all of the gyms you can see in the distance are Mystic.
I'll see. It's because, dude, it's because December is the season of depression, and blue is a standard color of depression, because I'd be depressed if I was Mystic too.
The ironic part is the original screenshot is a Valor player. And the way you can tell, just FYI, if you look at the experience bar, their experience bar is red. For Mystic players, that's blue, and for Instinct, it would be yellow. So
I don't see the experience bar.
Down, so see how they're level 26? Yeah.
I had to click see full image. I see it now. Yeah. Oh, so that bar is blue for Mystic and no other colors because nobody else cares about any other team?
Yeah, something like that. But
okay,
clearly this player's not very good because they're level 26 and look at all those shadows. They even have a shadow Paris. They have a shadow of a Paris on their thing. Man, Valor, that team's just not that good.
Look, if I can make it to 40, actually 41. I made it to 41. If I can make it to 41, anybody can. You guys just stick it out.
It might require you to get a gotcha, but yeah, it's true.
I mean, that's optional. You can actually work for it if you want. Yeah. Trainers. Oh, yeah. So you've got something you want to say about this. Trainers trading is currently unavailable as we investigate an issue. We apologize for the inconvenience, and we continue to update here. Thanks for your patience. It's because everybody thinks that this new Pokemon is a knockoff. So nobody wants to trade because we don't want to get a Folex. We want a Rolex. Come on.
That is definitely one way that you could do it. You could see this. However,
but wait, there's more.
We got a report on the Sylph Road. We got a report on the Sylph Road from And Krem that they traded 100 Pokemon with a friend, and all 100 were lucky. All 100. So immediately, uh, Niantic like, that's not good, and turned off trading altogether.
Thanks, Dooley. All you had to do is keep it quiet for a minute.
Niantic, it's just a feature.
Yeah, it's not a bug; it's a feature. Speaking of Dooley, they've subscribed for 11 months and is streaking, and that's the title that he suggested. Dooley is streaking.
Yeah,
Um,
he's our number one streaker.
he is indeed. So he's naked as the baby Jesus running through the field. Oh, baby Jesus never ran through the field. I don't know why I said that.
Oh man.
So, um, have you heard anything else about this, Joe?
There isn't an update that I've seen. When I checked their Twitter, I didn't see an update. I'm pulling it up just to see if maybe I missed it, but yeah, last I heard, it's still down. And when I turned on the phone earlier today, it still said that trading was disabled. So I assume that they're still trying to figure out what's going on. My guess is some disgruntled employee was like, hee, boom, suck it.
That's why I'm always perfectly gruntled. That way, nothing goes wrong. Then we have leaked Legends of Arceus, which is it's a new Pokemon in that, but it's the Legends of Arceus is is that the next generation of Pokemon coming out with the game, or is it just the next new game?
It's the next new game. I don't know if it's a new generation or not. I haven't looked into it. Now I'm gonna have to Google it. Legends of Arceus.
So there's a spoiler. I'm gonna click on it and look because I don't mind. I see some artwork changes for Voltorb, which actually are really cool. I'm seeing some Pokemon that I'm pretty sure I recognize, but just in different. That looks like Relicanth. That's Rudolph, whatever the heck his name is. I recognize a lot as Corellia. They're just different in the artwork, which is really nice.
Well,
But
yeah,
there's one at the bottom I do not recognize.
all of the leaked images are current Pokemon, but the what is it? Hisuian, the that region. And I don't
Okay.
know. I think this region is brand new for this game. Um, so yeah, but all of these images have leaked with the Hisuian versions. I can't remember who was it. Devocite maybe that
Is
was
that the
like.
grizzly bear at the bottom? I forget his name. The one that goes from Teddy Ursa to Major Ursa or whatever.
Yeah, to Ursaring.
Ursa Ring, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see some of this. Like someone, I think it was Devocite, was talking to me about the new Arcanine, although it might have been someone else on our Discord. Um, and I mean the Arcanine and the Growlithe were already, well, at least the Growlithe had already been leaked a long time ago. And at that time I was like, I don't know about that. Maybe it'll grow on me. I
That
mean,
hey Joe, give me a dog biscuit. Come on, Joe, give me a dog biscuit. That's what his little face looks like. But then
yeah.
he evolves and he looks like I didn't want the spicy biscuit, Joe. Now you done burned me.
Yeah, well, and I think he's fire rock type, if I remember correctly, when I looked it up a while back.
I do like some of the artwork on this. I've got it on my list to rent and play. Um, it's definitely different. Like at first, like, oh, I don't recognize that Pokemon. When I look at him long enough, like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's Ninetales. They're changing up there. Stantler was easy enough. Rufflet, I don't know who that bird is next to Stantler, but Rufflet I recognized. Rufflet's like an old lady going for tea. Is what Rufflet looks like. I do not know the rock platform next to Rufflet. I don't know the insect guy with the stabby sticks at the bottom. Definitely don't know the love snake at all. But I'm not familiar with all generations of Pokemon. But yeah, Voltorb, different. Looks like it's made out of wood. It's different.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't looked up all the different typings, but we'll have to wait and see. So I did look up apparently it's the Hisui region, and apparently the Hisui region is the same as the Sinnoh region, but it's the historical version. So this is apparently dated in the past.
Okay.
My what that seems weird to me though, because the Sinnoh region, which is Gen 4, didn't have all of these Hisuian versions in them. So I don't know, but maybe they just are they died off. They're extinct now. Those versions. But anyway, so they are apparently this new game, the Legends of Arceus, takes place in the distant past.
I love this comment. Palkia looks like it was designed using Common Core math. And I saw someone else mention Dialga looks like it's choking on a Beldum. I scroll back out like, oh, it's true. It does look like it's choking on a Beldum. That's hilarious. Everybody's upset that the arms are missing from Palkia.
And I did find some of the typings, and you mentioned that Voltorb looked wooden, and
yes,
he is supposedly electric grass type. So,
all right, well, there you go, I guess.
So he is wood. He is one with the wood.
Dooley with his puns. Get out of here with your puns. Dooley says I still need 6 Electabuzz and 12 Magmar to complete the December 2020 Community Day research task. Hey, you do you, man. Do what you gotta do. Are you looking forward to this game, Joe?
I haven't looked into it much. I need to look into it. I think it's supposed to be for this the Switch, right?
Yes. At least that's I don't know if it's going on any other platforms. I imagine it's going just to Switch first, but yes.
Yeah. I know that a lot of people are super excited for it. I'll have to look into it. It's coming out. When is it coming out? Do you know? Because this is all leaked. But I don't even know. I don't know. Available January 28th, so next week. A week from Friday.
There you go. It's kind of down on my list, so I don't know when I'll get it. But I'll try it. I've got GameFly. Why not? I'll check it out.
There you go.
All right. So we actually have a speak pipe from a Dooley. So let me talk through it while it tries to load. There it goes.
Charlie, Joe, what time is it?
Oh, that's getting downloaded right now. We're going to come back to that button, sir. I'll put it right there. But we have another one that I got a feeling might trigger us going back to church. But let's see what happens here. Let me turn this up.
Your face.
Welcome to the Pokemon GO Podcast, where Team Instinct is not represented by an imaginary host. It's me, your host, John Devocite Meyer, and here lending his expertise in all matters Pokemon GO, Joe Embrace the _art. Joe, how was your week?
Fantastic. Thank you for asking.
What?
Well, that's great.
Whoa. Take me to Joe. Our brother Joe has strayed from the flock and has gone to the heathen Devocite, Devocite, if you ask me. What is going on, Joe? How can you betray your brothers and sisters this way? Joe, making our theme song.
You keep threatening to fire me, but now I'm just me and Devocite. We're gonna team up.
Yeah, we gotta get to the whole intro again. That shocking revelation.
Welcome to the Pokemon Go Speak Pipe podcast, where Team Instinct is not represented by an imaginary host. It's me, your host, John Devocite Meyer, and here lending his expertise in all matters Pokemon Go, Joe Embrace the _art. Joe, how was your week?
Fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Well, that's great. It's now that time, and Joe, what time is it?
Time for random trivia.
No,
this week we are going to talk about the Charles Pokemon, also known as the false Snorlax or the Snorlax god of podcasting.
Wait, as in a fraud?
Yes, exactly. According to the Devopedia, the Charles Pokemon wears the skin of a Snorlax to fool others. Additionally, the Charles Pokemon has a deep-seated dislike for Pokemon that wear a flower on their head, especially the lovable Eevee and its evolution.
It's not lovable.
Its yell is similar to a true Snorlax. Here, I have a sound clip for you.
Filthy hippie.
Well, that's all the time we have. 90 seconds goes so fast. Tune in next week to hear Joe say,
Hippie Baneri.
I don't know what he can do with this. He's missing betrayal of my church, the Pokemon Trust. Joseph, what have you to say for yourself?
It's Podcast-ception.
You know, you guys are nuts. That was funny. We got a first time chat from Gitchophobia, and they put in the title Team Instinct is not represented. And no, it's not. Podcast-ception. Just for that, I'm gonna have to go and still not send a gift to Phil just to make a point. So, all right. Well, I got this other button here all set up and ready to go.
Charlie, Joe, what time is it?
It is time for random trivia.
That's what I think. Time for. Yeah, Coach never record with me. That's right.
So today I'm going to talk about Helioptile and Heliolisk. They are both the generator Pokemon. They are electric normal type. That's something that the Pokemon Company has been doing in recent years, being a relative term, because this is still back in Generation 6. It's been a number of years since Generation 6 was released. But where they've added normal type on top of a more specialized type like electric, instead of just making them pure electric, which it's weird only because it gives them extra weaknesses and doesn't really have any advantages. Well, I guess they do technically get stab, same type attack bonus on the normal type move, so I guess it does help there. Anyway, Helioptile's Pokedex entry says they make their home in deserts. They can generate their energy from basking in the sun, so eating food is not a requirement. Well, that sounds like a sucky lifestyle. I like food. I'm a big guy. I like my food. Helioptile is the name comes from a combination of Helios, which is the Greek god for sun, or the ancient Greek for sun, and reptile. So it could also be, the helio part could also come from heliophile, which is an organism attracted to large amounts of sunlight. So yeah, Helioptile is now in the game and is based off of frill-necked lizards, which basically look like that little spitting dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
Dually Projection has his own thoughts on Helio.
We're gonna keep that to the Twitch chat.
Here live on Twitch on Pokemon GO Podcast.
So Heliolisk, its Pokedex entry says they flare their frills and generate energy. A single Heliolisk can generate sufficient electricity to power a skyscraper. And that actually, it sounds, oh, cool. It has that much electricity, but it wouldn't surprise me. And I'm not caught up on that generation of in the anime, but it wouldn't surprise me if it actually showed the Heliolisks providing electricity for buildings. In back in the Kanto region, back in the OG Pokemon anime, they showed Pokemon at the power plant actually generating the electricity for the city. So it wouldn't surprise me that if that was in the anime as well. Just a little bit of animal slavery for the common good.
That's what I was going to say. So we take their natural abilities and just profit off of them.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
In Legend of Korra, they actually have firebenders at the power plant shooting lightning to provide electricity for the city. It's an odd job that you can do in that universe.
In that thought process, they could quit and go do something else. These wish level Pokemon, they're just animals. They're probably chained to the wall, making electricity.
You're not wrong. And actually, if you play the main series games, in the Kanto region, you visit the power plant there, and when you visit it, there are Voltorbs and electrodes just sitting there generating the power at the power plant, and you can catch them, so you can liberate them from the power plant and cause massive blackouts. So I mean, the game doesn't actually show the blackouts, but I mean, logically speaking, that's what's going to happen.
But they're all dead behind their eyes. That's the sad part.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Voltorbs and Electrodes whose signature move is self-destruct. So, how do you think they got that way?
Wow. They unalived themselves because of the years of torture of generating power for you, Ash Ketchum. You're the bad guy of the story. Now we know.
Yep. Canon.
Canon. Which has nothing to do with what we just said.
So Heliolisk is a combination again of the Helio, which comes from either Helios or Heliophile, and Basilisk. So, because it is a bit more snake-like in looks than Helioptile was. So,
sounds fun. You got to come up with like a catchphrase for the end of your trivia. At what are we, 10 years in, and you just gonna end trivia with?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right.
No, you can't use yep. Yeah, we use that too much. You're like, and that's the trivia as I see it.
And that's the gospel truth.
Take me to church. There we go. Oh, no, I'll take it, man. Oh, man. All right. This has been a great show. Fun things. Lots of fun new people on tonight doing things with this. If you'd like to email us like that Devocite did and send us a MP3, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Pokemon Go, for the speak pipe like Dooley did, you go to PokemonGoPodcast.com. On the right hand side of the screen is a green tab. So speak pipe says leave your message. Reddit, where we put the question. Oh, we don't have a question for next week. What's our question?
Ooh. What other real world applications could you see for Pokemon?
There you go. So apart from generating all the electricity we need, is there a Wi-Fi Pokemon? Because I could use that one.
I think we need to make you familiar with a certain Pokemon. Why am I blanking on his name now? I'm gonna Google it. Rotom. We need to let you.
The washing machine.
Well, he's not just a washing machine. He has multiple forms. He is also a heater and a refrigerator and a fan and a lawnmower.
That poor dude. That poor dude. But you can see that question and more over at reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go podcast is where we post those through the week. Or, of course, on Spotify. I try to get those up when I post the podcast to Spotify. You can find it there as well. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod, where we do respond fairly well there. You'll find our Twitters here in a minute. Twitch.tv. You can catch us Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. And join some awesome people like Action Shin, Coach Kev 413, Commander Root, bots, Currens 2311, definitely a bot that only can be bothered to come around every 6 months. Devocite, love you, Currens. Dooley Productions, Dinah Terra, Get Your Phobia Here, Mr. Tamarine 19, and Weird Tigger 27. All joined in tonight. If I didn't say your name, it's because for whatever reason it's not showing up on my side, so maybe it'll show up on Joe's side there. And of course, Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me on the Twitters at Joseph_Ard. How about you, Charles?
Julie actually just pointed something out I didn't really even realize. Rotom Motor is a palindrome. So there you go. He's himself over and over again. I am at Rock God a Pod on Twitter and Rock God a Podcasting everywhere else. Or, of course, Charles McFall. You can Google it and you'll find all my stuff out there. Tune in next week to hear Joe say nothing because he's been excommunicated, which means you can't talk. He's so sad, puppy. Right now.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think anybody wants that.
Start. Let's look at somebody to raid. Joe's going to put in the